This year, we've asked more of our National Health Service than ever before. The men and women who make up its lifeblood answered our call and continue to stand strong. This very special award is for every single one of those frontline heroes. And to present it are their Royal Highnesses, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge. Joining them at St Barts Hospital is Kate Garraway.
Welcome, Your Highnesses. Thank you for coming and doing all of this.
But I think you're amazing to do this, and because you've had such a hard time yourself. How are you all doing?
Well, I think we're doing okay. I mean, it's very difficult, isn't it? Because you can't visit. The children still haven't got to visit. And I think that is a huge pressure for everybody.
It's been very difficult for a lot of people, it really has.
You've had it in your own family as well. That's not very
Well, my father had it very early on.
Yeah. In fact, actually around the same time as Derek first contracted it, so yeah. Well, look, thank you so much, Your Royal Highnesses. Please present our final award of the evening.
The devastating impact of the coronavirus pandemic has reminded us as a nation of how much we owe to the thousands of NHS workers who have gone far beyond the call of duty this year. They have worked tirelessly around the clock with humility and compassion in the most challenging of circumstances, putting their own lives on the line to help others. It's fitting that we are here today at Britain's oldest hospital to thank and celebrate our NHS staff and to honour them with a Pride of Britain award.
Through our conversations with frontline workers during the pandemic, we have been inspired by their stories of bravery and selflessness. Many have had to leave their families for weeks on end. Some have come out of retirement to help, while others have stepped into new roles to play their part in the fight against coronavirus. And it's not just the medical teams. All NHS staff have played a crucial role through this time. During lockdown, we joined people up and down the country to applaud the NHS and our key workers each week. Their hard work still goes on, and we remain indebted to them for all that they do.
On behalf of a very grateful nation, it is a tremendous honour for Catherine and I to present this special recognition award to the army of dedicated NHS staff across the country. Thank you.
None of us were prepared for what we saw as those patients started to roll in.
We realised things was getting serious when we experienced one death, and then another, and then another.
I just thought to myself, you're taking now a role of undertaker and not really a role of a nurse.
Suddenly you become a relative, you become family, because that patient is your relative, that patient is you.
It was scary. I was feeling that I was in the dark. I told my wife, don't worry, I'll come back.
I became very, very much worried I was going to lose my boy.
I was rushed into hospital, and then the next thing I know, I was woken up 10 weeks later in the middle of May into a whole different world.
I'm very grateful I managed to keep my promise to my wife.
From the minute I walked into the hospital, I felt like I was in the safest place.
Standing by Emmanuel, taking care of him from morning till night.
All of the nurses and doctors have been praying for me.
When I was asleep, they would come and they would massage my legs, my feet, my hands.
They told me that Emmanuel is the youngest COVID survivor.
There's no doubt that the NHS saved Derek, my husband's life. He wouldn't be here without individuals that have kept him alive.
There's loads of people that I like to thank too, because they supported me throughout.
I wouldn't be alive if it wasn't for them.
They are walking angels, without doubt.
I owe the NHS my life, and I cannot thank them enough. And that comes from the heart.
You can never find enough words, can you, to say thank you?
Thank you, NHS.
Thank you, NHS.
We say a big, big, big thank you to the NHS.
So, Your Royal Highnesses, I'd love to introduce you to some NHS frontline workers from Royal Free London.
What were the biggest challenges for you during the pandemic?
It's very physically demanding as well as mentally demanding. I mean, wearing PPE and then trying to rehabilitate patients. It's hot, it's sweaty, often we could be in there for up to 5 hours. It's quite hard.
We had a lot of deaths in the beginning. I remember we had 10 in 1 hour.
And did you have to leave your own family?
Yeah, I've got little children, so I could not stay in the same room with them because you don't know what you're taking home. So I tend to, before going in, I take out my clothes in the porch. I'm saying, Mommy's coming, everyone. I have a shower before I could see them. So half of the time I wasn't seeing them. And my husband was taking care of the kids.
And having to do the homeschooling too.
Yeah, he's a teacher, so it was good for him.
And has the appreciation and thanks that the nation has wanted to show you in the NHS, do you feel that yourselves? Have you noticed that?
I feel humbled and very proud to be part of the NHS.
Well, the award is for you guys. Well done, and a big thanks to all of you and all your colleagues for the tremendous dedication and sacrifices you've made yourselves through this whole very bizarre, very difficult year. So thank you and well done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.